Okay, I am here with Emma, and we did a Stiletto Advantage workshop in her lovely home. Here's her little area. It's so lovely. And we are interviewing Emma today about the workshop just to get her feedback on what she thought the workshop was like, answer a few questions, and maybe give a few comments. So the first question I have is, what made you want to take the Stiletto Advantage workshop? What did you hear about it, and what intrigued you about it?
Well, I first heard about the Stiletto Advantage workshop through S Club, through Maricosta High School, and I was unable to take it with the girls from my school, but the president of the club had given really positive feedback on what she had learned from the actual class, so I was really interested in taking it by myself, and I actually took it with another girl named Christina, and it was really beneficial, and I'm glad I did because I learned a lot. So
Good. So tell us a little bit about what you learned.
I learned like specific things about self-defense, which I've never taken a self-defense class before, so that was good, especially since I'm going to USC and I'll be in a big city campus. A lot about organization, how to communicate with your roommate, which will be important for me since I have 7 other roommates, and so I'll be living in a suite with 7 other people, which is going to be a big difference from what I'm used to. Also about organization and how to prepare and like knowing what kind of person you are and what works for you.
Excellent. Okay, so let's go back to the roommate real quick because you said something interesting. You're going from, living with yourself and your family to having 7 other women living with you. Were you nervous about that?
I don't think I'm nervous about it at all.
Okay.
I actually prefer to live in the situation I'll be living in next year than a residence hall.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have to share a communal bathroom with everyone. But it'll be fun, like maybe getting to bond with these people. One of the teachers at school, Mrs. Washell, she actually did the same thing when she was at USC. She stayed at Fort Tower.
Wow.
And she gave me positive feedback on like the people that she met through it, so I'm kind of excited.
Good. So on organization, are you using any of the tips from the Stiletto Advantage? Have you started using anything with time management or how to organize yourself? Thinking about your dorm room, have you started anything with that yet?
Not yet right now with like a planner. I'm probably going to start that this week so I can check off everything I need to do before I start thinking about moving out of the house. But previous to taking the class, we had already bought a lot of the things that I'm using for my room, and it just seemed to match up when we were taking the class, like when you were talking about what you needed for organization. What I already had kind of worked with it. So.
Perfect. Yay. All right. So what might have surprised you about taking the Stiletto Advantage? What's something that you were like, oh, I didn't consider that before. Oh, that's a good point. Anything stick out for you?
I liked the worksheet in the notebook that talked about how to talk to your roommate, because there are a lot of awkward things that you're going to encounter, and just like kind of having a toolbox to go back to and say, okay, like if I need to conquer a conversation with my roommate who's Jessica, like here's how I can explain myself to Jessica in the most like mild-mannered way of like trying to fix a situation or figure out like a solution to something. And I think also like the little tips for the self-defense were pretty surprising also.
Good. You want to share one that you thought were surprising?
Well, I'm used to like hearing people say like knee a guy in the private
Oh,
area
yeah.
instead of what we learned.
Yes.
So.
You want to say what we learned? You can say it if you want to.
Grab and twist.
Grab and twist. Yes, I love the grab and twist. Right. Yeah. I know. And if at first, did you think it was kind of like, oh, like, sounds silly, but then as you were maybe thinking about it, it's probably maybe a better idea than the knee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something I've never learned before. So.
Yeah. Good. Oh, I'm happy. And is there 1 or 2 things that you'd like to share with other women who are entering college about what you've learned, or something that was insightful for you that pertained to the Stiletto Advantage?
Well, just like the time management and organization, like it's going to be really imperative when it comes to college and like even preparing to come to college. My mom's been on me the entire summer, like about buying everything. I've had my comforter and my sheets since May or April. I've had my towels since June. Just like trying to get everything done as soon as possible so you have nothing left to do.
Yeah.
But I still think I need to finish.
Yeah.
So.
Because it takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the organization takes longer than you think, doesn't it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and so does buying everything and like finding everything, and sometimes you'll buy something and then, rethink about it. And so if like you leave yourself barely any time, you won't have the opportunity to fix something that you could have like bought better
Yeah.
or not have to buy at all.
Yeah.
So like you might overbuy, and if you've left yourself time, you can say, okay, like here's what I can imagine in my room, so I don't need this, I don't need that, and save yourself money, or
Yeah.
maybe buy something better.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of times, even too, after the workshop, some of the girls have said that they purchased something and then after the workshop, they're like, oh, you know what? That probably isn't going to work with me, so I'm going to change it out.
I had thought about the traveling makeup set that I had, which is really small because I just use it when I go travel.
Mm-hmm.
And that has the hook, you unzip it into hooks.
Yep.
And I was thinking like that would be good previous to the class, like for college, but mine was too small. So my mom and I had found like a little desk organizer thing that you could have had for your makeup brushes.
Mm-hmm.
But once after the class, like I was pretty set that that's not what I had wanted. And when you showed me that you had like a bigger makeup organizer, like we went out that day, went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and found like the perfect one. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
Oh, yay. Well, thank you so much for sitting and sharing your thoughts about the Stiletto Advantage workshop. I wish you a lot of luck. Emma is headed off to SC, so right here in Southern California. Great school. And I know she's going to do a fantastic job there. And I look forward to hearing maybe a little bit about her, I guess, experiences her first semester. So maybe look for Emma. If she writes a little comments, I'll post them on my website and blog, and you can hear what she's saying. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.